Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Nights with Nora. My name is Nora Brown, and I'm your host for this evening. And as of course, you guys know, I have a special guest with me, as always. I'm so excited this evening, guys. I told y'all a couple months ago that I was going to be highlighting women in business, and we were going to be chatting about these businesses. And I know that there are so many local women that reached out to me, and women, from all over the country who reached out to me to be on this platform. But I really found it in my heart to speak with women that are in my own community. And I'm so excited. I'm so overjoyed to have my special guest here with me, Miss Brionna Ray. She has a business called Corresponding with Bree, and she is doing some business coaching and some women empowerment herself. And so I'm so excited to have her on this platform because I know that she knows how it is to be out here in this entrepreneur streets. It is not easy. It is not an easy feat, but I believe that from what I've seen, she's made it look easy and she is succeeding in what she does. And ladies, I want you guys to especially welcome Miss Bree today because today is her first live interview. Yay!
Yes.
And I'm so excited for her, and I'm so happy to be her first interview to break her into this business. We're believing that this will just be the first one of many that she will have and continue to grow and succeed and blossom in this business. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to link all her links in this after we finish this interview. I know I normally say this at the end, but I want to say to my folks who can't stay to the end, please go follow, like, and share all her content and support her in all her endeavors because she is doing big things in the community. And I believe that not only will she be doing things in the community, she'll be doing things nationwide. Like women from all over will flock and men from all over will flock to her business and she will be able to contribute to you guys. So let's get into this thing. And Miss Bree, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell the people a little bit about what you do and who you are.
Hello, everybody. Like she said, I'm Bree, Brionna Ray of Corresponding with Bree Career Development Services. So I am a career coach and a talent development specialist. Whether you're breaking into the workforce, as they say, whether you're breaking into the workforce or you're there and you're complacent, you want to move up, move out, do something different. I'm here to help you. And I do everything from resume writing to I have Correspondence Closet, which is the nonprofit aspect of my business, to where I provide clothes for men and women who need something to wear to an interview. So we kind of do a little bit of everything to make sure whoever comes to us gets the help they need.
Wow, I like that. You have a nonprofit as well?
Yeah, so I'm building under this corresponding with Bree. So I have a lot in the works, but part of it is Correspondence Closet. So I have gently used and new men's and women's clothing, accessories, because I come from management and business, and that's my background. So I know, like, you can have a horrible resume or hardly any work experience, but how you present yourself is everything. And that's pretty much with
Right.
everything in life. Our grandparents will tell us, don't just look crazy going out the house because you'll never know
Right,
who you're meeting.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So appearance is very important, not just not looking at it as vanity, just this is how you're representing yourself. And if you're going into a business, they're going to look, oh, this is how they're representing me. So I want to make sure you go in there and you look in a real top flight.
Right. Top tier. I like it. I love that.
Yeah.
That's good. I think people should. I think your image also helps your performance. If you look good, you feel good. You know what I mean? And if you're not feeling good, maybe looking good will make you feel good. Because I always like a new. If I got my hair done, my nails done, and I got my
Yeah.
makeup right or my clothes is
Okay.
right, I can quickly get into a good mood and feel confident about myself, especially if I'm working in corporate America, which I'm so glad you brought up. And I didn't even ask you that because I didn't realize that was your background. But me and you got similar backgrounds. I came from corporate as well, and I dove into this entrepreneur game. But what I want to ask was, how was that transition going from corporate America to kind of seeing it from your point of view and running your own business after running someone else's company and being a part of that, management or, the day-to-day dealings of that business?
That's what triggered my me wanting to do it. because I'm like,
Okay.
ooh, what I'm doing for them, I can do for myself. And
Right.
being 100% transparent about it, minorities don't get a fair chance in that world. So
Right.
it's like you can have a name they can't pronounce. They gonna toss your resume out. They not gonna look at your job application.
Mm.
Or you don't have a college degree because you're not capable because you didn't have the resources. You didn't grow up with
Right.
parents who could pay for college. So they like, oh, they can't do this or that. I've hired people who had no experience, no degree, and they outperformed the person who had a master's.
Right. Right.
So I'm just like, wow, I want to be that resource for people who don't have it. So for me, it was an easy transition in the fact that I knew what I was doing. I've been there, I've done it. Because my very first job ever, y'all, I was a part-time cashier at Cracker Barrel. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right. Right.
I worked my way up. So I've been there on both sides. People are like, I want a seat at the table. Well, I've been that person wanting a seat and I've sat at the table. So
Right.
I'm glad I went through that experience so I could be that the person to bridge the gap for the people that want to get to that place.
Yeah. And it makes you more relatable to the people that you hire and that you work with on a daily basis. It's always good to see a person behind your boss.
Yeah.
It's nothing. I heard the saying that people don't quit jobs, they quit bosses or they
Yes.
quit management. And that's so true because, as a management and as a leader, and like not only as a leader, I feel like as a woman and a minority, your responsibility sometimes is heavier when you're in those types of settings and you're in the environment where there are just not too many people who look like us, right? There's not too many, African American people, and there are not too many women in leadership roles when you're in corporate America. So when people are looking at you, you kind of wear the face for all the women or all the Black people. You know what I mean? And so when you're in those roles and people are seeing you there, they're looking at you and I feel like they hold you at a different standard than they would your friend or, other coworkers or other people who are in management or people that may have held the role before you. So how did you adjust to being able to hold that role in management, and how is that affecting you too as you go into your business?
My biggest thing, and it's even in my about me on my website, I have to stay true to myself. And it
Mm.
was definitely a fight getting to, those types of positions, being yourself. I'm not about to kiss up to you.
Right.
I'm not about to tell you what you want to hear. It's not going to happen. But my results spoke for themselves. So was it hard? Very. Did I almost give up? Yes. Because
Right.
you're outnumbered. And it's just like, woo, I don't know if I
Right.
can take too much more of this, but I'm like, I know at the end of the day, I have people depending on me, so I'm like,
Right.
okay, I can build myself and I can build these people who are dependent on me, and the rest, they can be dismissed, but like
Right.
you
Right.
said, people don't quit jobs, they quit bosses. So when my teams will see that, oh, Bree got our back, like, we
Yeah.
in this, we in there. So we
Right. Right.
outperformed and we
Exactly.
did all of that, and so same attitude starting my own business. You have to stay true to yourself, your vision, because it's just as hard being an
Yes. If
entrepreneur.
not harder, you know.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
because if you
because
don't work
it's
hard,
just
you're not gonna get a check. And like
at
I feel
all.
like at work, if I go to work, I still gonna get a check whether I'm, you know what I mean. If I have an
Exactly.
off day, I'm still gonna get paid. But if I'm off on my business, I'm literally just not gonna get paid.
You're not getting
So
nothing.
it's you don't
Yeah,
have any room for error. Honestly,
exactly.
you have everything you do, every aspect is a grind. I like that. Well, you
Yeah.
seem like a very ambitious person, and you seem like a go getter. When did this start for you? Do you feel like this is something that you wanted to do your whole life? Where did your passion for just getting out here and kind of just being that leader come from?
I'm very type A, very alpha female. So for me, I was born with it. I would say, I've just never like being told what to do.
Right, right, right,
And
right,
you
right.
you can't you really just can't be in any type of position as really anywhere with that type of attitude. Like, you can't tell
Yeah,
me
yeah,
nothing. What you
exactly.
talking about? And my
Yes.
mama always said your number is 4. You could be at anywhere for 4 months and you done. Because is the problem? I'm gonna find a problem after 4 months. So
right, it's gonna be an
always,
issue.
yes, I've always known I wanted to work for myself. But it was literally, so I went into business officially April of last year. But it was March, the previous month, that I decided what it was, because I was like, I can do a clothing boutique, but that's not where my heart is. And I said I can do baby stuff, but I don't have kids. I don't need no baby. Like,
right, exactly.
It's not gonna succeed because it's not gonna succeed because I don't really care about it.
Right.
But I said, what do I care about? And I said, I care about developing people. I care about helping people do better for themselves. I said, so how are you gonna do it? I was like, I'm gonna be a career coach. So it literally,
wow. See, that's
yeah.
Good.
It all came together like that.
You're going back and getting people. It seems like it's a reach back for you of going back and getting people and bringing them up. And not only saying, hey, I can help you do this, but I've done this before and I've done it well, and I can show you the ropes. And I feel like a lot of people don't do that. You kind of get a skill, and we kind of hold information, and we we gatekeep information from each other and stuff. And now I'm referring to us in our communities, right, of minorities. Like, we kind of get to a place and you're like, okay, I already made it. I ain't about to go back and waste my time. But I feel like you going back and you reaching other people and getting them and seeing if you can level them up too. And that to me is inspirational. I feel like that says a lot about people's character when they take out time to reach back into their communities or reach back to people and, help them up and give them a one up. It's not saying like I'm talking about something I've never experienced, but I'm giving you the game from a person that's been there front and center. And that's pretty cool. I like that because, because people can sell you stuff all day long and tell you how to do stuff. But to know that you've done that for yourself and you've done it well and you've been successful is really good. I like that. And I feel like people will believe in your business and believe in what you are offering, and what you're offering is good. So that's good. I love that. I love when people are able to give me some experience. Like, you got your receipts. You know what I mean? So I like that. I like that you got your receipts and you got that lined up. And when I was thinking about interviewing, I know you said type A when you started. I'm like, yes, ma'am, definitely type A. Got everything back on time. Everything was with the periods was there. I loved it. And I'm like, yes, I'm definitely going to select her because I feel like you were one that were serious about what you were doing and what you wanted to do. And I liked it and with your business. And it was, it was on point. It was ready to go. And I feel like when you're in business that you have to move with a spirit of excellence. And when I say excellence, I feel like you do things top tier. You do things that people can look back and say, okay, this woman is serious, because as entrepreneurs, we don't have any room for error. Like I said before, you got one opportunity to introduce yourself, and first impressions may be your last impression that you have. So, just keep up the good work on that. I feel like you're doing your business with excellence. So keep going with that. But anyway, so how, I know we talked about it early, but how long have you been in business? And like, how can people, join your business, or what can we do to become a client?
Yes. So just a little bit of a timeline. Like I said, I knew I wanted to work for myself. So I was sitting on my couch and I'm like, I start a business. So that happened in March. I got my LLC, EIN, all that good stuff in April. I actually did not launch till last September because I wanted perfection. I wanted, when I launched, it felt like I had been around for a while. So I just kept finding stuff to fix, to tweak. And then I had a death in the family. And I was like, it just kind of showed me like life is too short. Go ahead. You're in good shape. Launch now. And you can fix it as you go. So I went ahead and launched in September. And January of this year, I got my BBB accreditation. So I've been working. I've definitely been working. As far as how you can become a client, you can via any of my social media platforms. I'm corresponding with Bree on Facebook and Instagram, and you can book me through. That'll take you to my website and all that good stuff, or you can go directly to my website. And I will say, my TikTok name is Not Your Average Career Coach. And I say that because I kind of take a holistic approach to my business. People are more than just what they do for work.
Right.
I'd say understand that we work to live, not live to work. So my client intake form it gets a little personal because I want to know you. I'm
Yes.
asking question, what type of mark do you want to leave on this world? How do you decompress? If you don't have any decompression tactics, I suggest you not go. You either learn some or don't go try to go straight to corporate. Let's see how we can build you up to get there.
Right, exactly.
So via my website or any of my social media platforms, you can get in contact with me.
Awesome. So, and with that, like, I know that you said that you're a career coach, and I hear that a lot now. I feel like people say that a lot now. But what I want to know also is, like, what services would you offer me? Like, do you have one-on-one classes? Do you have groups? Like, what would you offer? What are you offering to your clients right
So
now?
I do have group classes. I call them management classes. So that's for I
Okay.
have entry level, intermediate, and senior level. But
Okay.
due to all the cootie magooties right now, they're suspended.
Yeah, I get that.
They're
You already
suspended.
know I know. Yes,
But I
ma'am.
do have one-on-ones, and I have, you can call me, text me, we can Zoom, we can meet in person, whatever suits you, whatever makes you comfortable. But I always tell people, so not every career coach is the same. I had a lady who just thought I was just like so amazing because it was just nothing like she ever dealt with. Like I said, I take a holistic approach. So I want to know about you, because if I don't know you at your core, I can't help you get anywhere.
Right.
But I do resume writing. We do consultations. Um, I'll look over your resume, tell you how you can make it better. I have administrative services. So like for the college kids or really anybody, I have had musical artists have me look over their stuff. Did you misspell it? Is the grammar okay? So I literally do a little bit of everything. Services are expanding, so stay tuned for that.
Right. I
But like
love it. Yes.
one of the biggest things right now that I'm really nurturing is a correspondence closet. That's the part where I do dress prep too. So come, let me see what you're trying to wear up in these people place before
Right, exactly. We need to get you
before you go
ready.
in
That's
there.
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So I'm
like
really
that.
excited about all of it. But it's a one-stop shop for everything. I can help you on
Good.
paper. I can help you get dressed. Whatever it is that you need, I'm gonna help you get there.
Exactly. You're going to have them
Yeah.
ready. I like that because people need to be ready. Because I feel like a lot
Yeah.
of people be going in places looking crazy, but you can
Yes.
get them ready and prepared, y'all. So, ladies, if you're out there and you're listening to this, you got a job interview coming up, you're thinking about a career change, or you don't have a clue what the career may be, you
Yeah.
need to get with Miss Bree. She can help you, give you some guidance, give you some tools you can use, and also get you dressed. A stylist, a whole stylist over here that will help you
Ooh.
get ready and get you prepared for your interview, child. So you
Yes.
won't go up there looking crazy and you get that job. So, because I don't know how many times you go in and you not dressed appropriate for the job, and you want to check that before you go. So she can help you guys with all of that. So that's good. I like that. All inclusive, all encompass coach. That's what I'm
Yes.
talking about. I absolutely love that. I got one more question for you. So
Mhm.
I know we talked a little bit about the podcast and some of the ladies that listen in to us weekly. And a lot of us, we talk about mental health over here a lot. And so, we kind of think about that aspect. And I think about it tremendously. I'm coming out of corporate America, and I just remember where I was when it comes to my mental health. It was broken. I was completely broken. I was completely depressed. I was completely in a state of disarray when it came to my mental health. And the job had just drove me absolutely nuts, for lack of
Yes.
better words. And I just could not deal with management. And like, for me, it was a mental health thing that I had to do to protect my peace. I left my job and I ended up, doing so much more. But with you, tell us a little bit about the mental struggle that it may have taken, or what you dealt with, just since, for one, let's talk about first your past, what you dealt with at the job, and then tell us a little bit about how you're doing now.
Yeah. I totally relate to the depression part of it. People don't realize, like, I'm gonna just go to bat for the managers real quick, okay?
Okay.
Because we go through it. We go through stuff
Yes.
nobody sees. We literally have 1,000,000,001 people depending on us for various reasons, and it's just like, woo, it gets heavy. It gets really,
Mm-hmm.
it gets so heavy. And for
Yeah.
me, I can say at one position, I ended up in the hospital Christmas Eve from what doctors said was like a mild stress induced stroke.
Wow.
25 at that time. So I'm in a
How old did you say?
cardiologist.
25?
25 at the time, yeah. So
Wow.
I'm in a
Yeah.
cardiologist office at 7 in the morning with old people watching HGTV because I gotta
The
go do a stress
youngest
test.
person in there. Wow, that's
Yes.
crazy.
And it was to the point everybody was like, you got to do something different. I was extremely dehydrated. It's just like everything went to the
Wow.
wayside. Lips was cracked. Like I literally looks like a ashy bluish color. Like I just, I was like literally sick. And it just takes a toll on you and you get so
It do.
conditioned in a
Mm.
sense because I was laying in that bed, but I was on the phone texting, talking about who at the store.
Wow.
Who's covering? Did everybody else show up for work? And I put that phone down and I was like, I could die right now and I would be replaced.
Yeah.
So you really got to think about stuff like that. So I was like, never again. Never again will I
Mm.
let myself be in a position of where let a job drive me into the hospital or even depression, because there was times I wouldn't get out of bed. My body would just hurt so bad, So I'm like,
Yeah.
this is not
Wow.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
So fast forward, so now I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, entrepreneurship is hard. We said that
Yeah.
it's hard, it's not harder, but you're doing it for yourself. You're doing it for the people you want to help, so that makes
Mm-hmm.
it worth it. But it's so much better because I'm in a better headspace because I do want to do this.
Yeah.
I get up every day and I have a purpose. I know what I'm getting up for. I know what I'm striving for. And I always tell people I'm real big on client and community. I'm
Mm.
gonna better my clients, and by doing so, I'm gonna better my community. So everything I do, I'm looking to create opportunities and things of that nature. So right now, I'm working on networking with like we were saying, photographers and hairstylists and things of that nature, because I want to get it to a point where you can really come into a
Right.
storefront or brick and mortar. You can get coached up, dressed up, hair done, picture taken if you need it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I
So
love it.
we working, so yeah.
Yeah. I love the holistic approach. I'm the same way, Bree,
Mhm.
with my business as well. I love for people to come in and not only get a mental health check, but physical, spiritual, all of that. Like if you
Yeah.
come with me or you come into the space, you need to leave as a whole person, because I feel like you should be speaking to the whole person. I can't get you together in the business world and then emotionally you be drained. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Or like I can't get you together with your resume and then your clothes is looking crazy. You need the
Exactly.
whole thing. So that's so good. But yeah, I'm so glad you shared that with us about the depression and like going into the hospital, because it's really real. Like
Yeah.
people don't realize like how much stress a work environment can have on you, and like all the stuff that you have to go through as far as like the code switching, the whitewashing. And I
Oh,
use those words because they are real. Like I experienced that
very.
on so many levels, in the sexism for being a woman in a man's world. And you
Yeah.
truly are. And like trying to make a space or fit into a spot that you don't fit in. And then even saying, oh, I'm gonna build my own table, but building your own table take a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not easy to walk
Right.
away from a career and start from scratch and having to re-present yourself or reintroduce who you are after
Mhm.
years and years of already working in the career and kind of proving your name. Now you back at rock bottom. You no longer the big dog. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You a small fish in a big pond, where you used to be the big fish
Yes.
in a smaller pond because you had that under control. You was the boss, and now you
Right.
kind of like going back and you. And some days I'm thinking, I'm like, y'all know what I used to do, but now I
Right.
have to kind of humble myself and realize, like, okay, these people don't know me from paint, from a can of paint. I'm
Yes.
starting from scratch, you know what I'm saying, and having to rebrand, rebuild, redo myself, but with my own business
Yeah.
and with my own hands. And I know that like I did business for almost 3 years before I actually made a profit. That's outside of all the losses, paying for internet, paying for all the things I was doing, and
Yeah.
finally made my way into on a social setting and begin to like finally get paid. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, finally, but it took years of longevity, like being in there for the long haul. And I know I said last question, but talk about that longevity, talk about that commitment and what it takes to really focus in and just stay in this thing for the long haul, like as a business owner.
Yeah, I feel like people look at entrepreneurs and think we got it all together. You know, they look at us and they say, "Oh, they at brunch." You know, they
Yeah.
had an event at 11 o'clock in the morning, or "Oh, they talking about hosting this and hosting that." Listen, like you were saying, we broke. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
ain't got
saying?
nobody fun.
Yeah. we up all night working and crying. You know,
Yes, yes. Oh my God, the
so you
tears.
literally have to stay true to yourself and your vision. And I always tell
Mm-hmm.
people who thinking about going into business, don't do it because you think it look good on Instagram. You
Mm.
better know that if you want this to actually work, you got to
Yeah.
put in that work. You got to be passionate about it, because that is your paycheck a lot of times. Business can be
Mm.
booming one week and you don't get nothing for the next few weeks. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So we sitting up here looking crazy. We literally be making magic happen, you know. So
Yes.
it's not easy. No, we not out having bottomless mimosas without a care in the world,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But longevity is passion. It's
Mm-hmm.
consistency. It is staying true to who you are, and reevaluate that sometime, because what
Mm-hmm.
you might start on something and people change. I tell people, you know, I'm going through a personal and professional renaissance, because
Yeah.
who I might have been last year is not who I am now, or what I was thinking about when I first started this business might have changed. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, so consistency and passion, you know, because without that,
Exactly.
woo, well, you won't make
Man.
it. You will not make it.
Man, and you know what? That's so true. What you said about the first of all, the being broke, y'all. Like, don't let these Facebook and Instagram and highlight reels fool y'all, because
Okay.
people talk about overnight success, but I truly don't believe in overnight success. I believe they might have blown up in that moment, but it may have took them 10 years to have that moment. You know what I'm saying? And a lot
Yes.
of people think because, oh, I blew up on Instagram or I blew up on Facebook, or you see me doing this and this on different platforms, or you see me here and there, you don't know what I went through off camera. You know what I'm
Ooh,
saying? They
yes.
don't know what's happening off camera. And that's the thing I like. That's what I like to do over here on this podcast, is to keep it real. Like,
Mm,
people need to know, like, this is not easy. And that's another reason why, like I said, I wanted to share with business women, because I wanted to tell the true side of what it is to be a businesswoman and
yeah.
be an entrepreneur, because we don't talk about, I mean, we go through all kind of stuff. We have to do this with depression. We have to do this with children. We might have got cheated on last night or something, and then we got to come in here and
Right.
try to run a whole business. I don't know
Okay.
what but as women, like, we go through so much on our own just for being born a woman. Like, people
Yes.
have no idea. And then you
At
turn
all.
around and do a whole business on your back. It's something to be applauded. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
something that people don't, I feel like, recognize enough. And like I said, I wanted to highlight it. I wanted people to see it. I wanted people to know the truth. So again, thank you so much, Miss Bree. I appreciate you
Thank
for coming
you.
on here. This has been so good. Thanks for sharing all
Yeah.
your stories and everything about your business. And I know you kind of gave a little bit about your business, but just leave me with a little bit of advice to women who are thinking about starting their business, who are, maybe playing with the idea, or they may be brand new, they just started. What's some advice you can give to business owners, particularly women that are fresh and just getting started?
Don't be afraid to listen to your own voice. Speak up. Take space for yourself. You are enough. So often we be like, oh, you know, I don't know if I can, or everybody else is doing it. So what? Do it. If that's what you feel in your heart to do, if that's what you feel moved and called to do, then do it. Don't let anything hold you back, especially yourself, because we're our own biggest enemies. Um, so yeah, do what you feel like you need to do. If that's what when your 2 feet touch the ground in the morning and that's what's on your mind, then that's what you need to be doing.
Absolutely. I love that. That's so good. Yeah. Y'all heard it. If you feel it in your heart, do it.
Yeah.
Don't allow other people to talk you out of your dream or out of your vision. You only know what's good for you. I like that. I love that, Miss Bree. So, and again, y'all, make sure y'all follow, like, share all her content, join, like, even if you don't purchase nothing, a like or a share is supported because it's going to get her in front of other people who will buy her products. Right. So whatever you guys do, please like and share and support this queen. She is out here doing her thing. She is doing it for the corporate women in America. For y'all that are out there and are in need of a coach that is going to get you to the next level, she can help you do that. So y'all, please like, share, do all of that things above to support her in her business. And again, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so
I
much.
appreciate you. And I'm gonna do this again. I want to do this again in a couple, maybe 6 months. We're gonna go back and do this again. And we're gonna have some good praise reports, something to shout about, even more things to shout about in 6 months to a year. So thank you again for coming on. And I want all you ladies to join me next week because we're going to be doing this again with even more business owners. And please support and like Girl Talk Inc. And I appreciate you guys. And I will see y'all next week. All right. See you guys later. Thank you again, Miss Bree.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.